Underway then in the second half. And the two teams matching each other just about stride for stride. Agun. Davinson Sanchez. Sara. And Mertens. Lucas Torreira now. Well, slightly off target, and that'll be a throw-in. Rafa. Rashica. Perfect challenge. Ernest Mucci. It's with Rafa. Mucci, well, gifting away possession. Demia. Moving the ball forward with purpose. Yunus Agun. Demia. An alert piece of defending. Rafa. And the ball with Jetson Fernandes. Immobile now. Davinson Sanchez. Gabriel Sara. Yusuf Demia. Sara. Now, who can he play it to? Using space on the opposite flank now. Could go ahead. Must take the lead here. Oh, a superb save. Well, you're not going to bamboozle the goalkeeper with a corner like that. Rafa. Here's Oxlade-Chamberlain. And into the last 15 minutes of action. Demia. Mertens.
Well, time is running out to get this winner, but the fans certainly believe it's coming. Just listen to the noise. What a fantastic finish we could have here.
After the foul, a chance to contemplate what is next, and perhaps a goal from this free kick. And a goal! This is why we adore this game. Late drama, and now they're in front. Rafa. Torreira. And so into the final 5 minutes. Lucas Torreira now. Can he find the right pass? Agun. Mertens. Oh, he's given it away. Well, the goalkeeper doing what he's paid to do. If they can score again from this corner, it probably would be the end of the story. And so the final whistle here. The visitors come out on top, Stuart.
Well, Derek, it was very competitive. Chances at both ends, but I feel they were the better team.
Hello and welcome, and I can tell you it was a dry walk to the gantry today, no rain in sight. I'm Derek Ray in the commentary position, and alongside me is the former Arsenal and West Ham midfield player Stuart Robson. And no question, this ought to be a game that gets pulses racing. Stuart, what are your expectations for today?
Well, thanks, Derek. The best coach I played under would always tell us before kick-off, earn the right to play. If you can win your individual battles, outrun your opponent, eventually you'll get the space to show your ability. I'm sure that's being echoed by the coaches here today.
Well, doesn't have to do it on his own. Now Beckham. On to Di Natale. He read the situation defensively and did his job. Isak. Now with Bale. Moving forward effectively. Simple save for Gigi Buffon. Walker. It's with Petit. Antonio Di Natale. Cruyff. Options in the middle. Mbappe. Can they forge ahead? Can they forge ahead from this corner kick? Let's see. And there it is! The breakthrough! That will do nicely! Are back underway, and 1-0 it is. Let's see what happens next. Giovanni Di Lorenzo. Now Zidane. Rijkaard. Vieira. Moving into the advanced position. Now, will they be able to play it in behind the defence? Oh, fine stop. And a goal here! Well, it took a definite nick, and nothing the keeper could do about it whatsoever. Antonio Di Natale. And Blanc has it. Marcel Desailly. Walker now. Yaya Toure. There will be 1 minute added on at the end. A foul it most certainly was. Free kick given. And so it is, the first half story has been written. Into the second half then, and these two sides are locked together. Just can't really choose between them at the moment. Virgil van Dijk. And on to Ginola. Johan Cruyff. Kylian Mbappe. And he's through here. And a goal! Just like that, they're back in front. Well, as they kick off again, 2-1 the current state of affairs. Giovanni Di Lorenzo. On attacking possibilities. It has gone over the touchline for what will be a throw-in. Laurent Blanc. Desailly has it. Walker. Beckham. Di Natale. Toure. And on to Beckham. Johan Cruyff. Plenty of support here. Toure. Nicely timed tackle. Foul there. Free kick awarded. Oh, denied by the post. Danger averted. Beckham. Di Natale. Di Natale! And a goal! They've increased their lead, and they don't want to be throwing it away from here.
Well, this is a very tidy finish, as you can see. He's under so much pressure, but his strength just allows him to hit through the ball cleanly. It's an excellent goal.
Ginola. Just 10 minutes to go. Well, a classic example of how to intercept. And he's broken free. It's opened up for him. There's the goal. Surely now, that is that.
Well, here we can see just how good this goal is. It has everything. Skill, pace and power. There was no stopping him there.
Patrick Vieira. Frank Rijkaard now. Now Son. Ginola. Now with Son. Can he make it count? Sound piece of goalkeeping. And that will be all for this game. Defeat for the visitors. That's the big story.
You're absolutely right, Derek. While the result is poor, the display was even worse. They never got to grips with the opposition. They were second best in every facet of the game. They need to do a lot of improving before the next time out.
Hello and welcome, and I can tell you it was a dry walk to the gantry today, no rain in sight. My name is Derek Ray, and I'm joined for commentary by the former Arsenal and West Ham player Stuart Robson. And with the atmosphere really building up nicely, we should be in for a terrific contest. Stuart, how do you see this one going?
Thanks, Derek. Well, both managers will be reminding their players of starting the game quickly, pinning the opposition back, playing the ball forward and regaining possession as quickly as possible. Hopefully we get a really good game here.
Lionel Messi. Kylian Mbappe. Not the pass he had in mind. Frank Rijkaard. And they continue to advance, and a lot of options here. That's a foul, and it will be a potentially dangerous free kick. And a goal, almost bewitching in its beauty. Excellent technique. So the match has restarted, 1-0 here. Zinedine Zidane. Now with Messi. Ivan Cordoba. Cordoba. Messi. Mbappe with it. Now with Messi. Determined defending. Retaining possession proving difficult. Well, there's a really stylish piece of running. Isaac. And the referee has given the corner, so maybe scope here for them to add to their lead. Well, the danger is still there. Oh, that is a superb save. Oh, he's found the net, and that increases the advantage to 2. Just what they wanted, and just what they deserve. Messi. Now with Cordoba. Here's Mbappe. Well, he's certainly not alone. Chance to finish. Well, doesn't get away with it. Free kick given. Well, after pressing like that, maybe the short route to goal. A goal! And it's very much game on here. Well, as they kick off again, 2-1 the current state of affairs. Bale. That is that for the first half here. So into the second half, and the challenge has been thrown down to Liverpool. Let's find out if they can bounce back. Di Marco and Valverde. Williams. Gareth Bale. Isak. Vieira. And not a great challenge. Free kick here. Well read to put an end to that attack. 30 minutes to go then. Zinedine Zidane. Valverde. Here's Mbappe. It's a splendid run by Mbappe. And Messi in a good position. What can he and his teammates do? Zinedine Zidane. Could be. Oh, and it goes! Now they're level. Who saw this coming? Incredible! Well, you've really got to give credit to the entire team, because this was a bit like climbing Mount Everest. Gareth Bale. Patrick Vieira. And on to Ginola. Kylian Mbappe. Effective looking pass. Liverpool trying to click into an attacking gear with the game level in the closing moments. Isak. Well, it comes down to the final 5 minutes. David Ginola. Ginola. Here's Isak. Frank Rijkaard. Now with Bale. And no worries for the goalkeeper. And there is the referee's whistle for full time. Even Steven here, they can't be separated. We were treated to goals. And Stuart, interested to get your verdict.
Well, Derek, what a good game it was. Plenty of chances, some good attacking play and a couple of outstanding individual performances. I really enjoyed that one.
Welcome everyone on a perfect night for football with the floodlights beaming down. I'm Derek Ray in the commentary position and I'm joined for analysis by Stuart Robson. And if this game lives up to its billing, we're in for a riveting occasion. How do you see it panning out, Stuart?
Well, this should be interesting today. I like the makeup of both teams. They really do have a good balance of attacking and defensive qualities. But the team that has the greater desire will probably come out on top.
Williams. Rafael Marquez. Garcia. Marquez. They do pass the ball with authority. Just looking for the right moment for that final pass. Can they forge ahead? And a goal! They start as they mean to continue. They make the opening statement.
Well, just look how he holds off the defender. He keeps his balance and he still hits the target. What a good goal that is.
Are back underway and 1-0 it is. Let's see what happens next. Rijkaard. On to Thuram. They've given it away. And the throw-in forthcoming. Vieira. And it will be a free kick to Real Madrid. Jeremy Frimpong. Mbappe. And he has options available. Leao. Pretty simple for the keeper. Vieira. Ginola. Here's Isak. Now with Bale. Frank Rijkaard now. You can sense the threat is there. But then the one that goes astray. Jeremy Frimpong. Now with Marquez. Kylian Mbappe. Nico Williams. The cross is on. And a goal it is for Real Madrid. They are on a victory course.
Well, let's have another look at this because Mbappe shows such skill to go beyond the defender, but there's still plenty for him to do. Under all sorts of pressure from the defender, he's just able to keep him at bay and finishes with aplomb. It's a great goal.
A chance then for the respective managers to address their charges. It is half-time here. So back underway and an intriguing second half in prospect. And under pressure, that was a fine claim. Garcia. Williams. Jeremy Frimpong. And Blanc has it. Good work to regain possession. Real Madrid have been awarded the free kick. Substitution for Real Madrid. Smuggled away. Teammates available. But the danger averted for now. Gareth Bale. Here's Isaac. Real Madrid regaining possession. Rafael Marquez. Isaac. Now with Ginola. Well, it's a decent-looking attack, this. And that is going to be a free kick. Might be able to produce from this position. And it's with Isaac. Doing well to win it back. What can they do from here? Heung-min Son. 10 minutes to go then. Bale. Superbly read and executed. Son. Well, he's lost the ball. Well, doesn't have to do it on his own. Well, the referee has instructed the fourth official to put 2 minutes on the board. Oh, a superb save! Here it is now, a substitution. Oh, there it is! A lifeline in this game! And what a finale we could be in for here! And that is going to be that. Well, a tale of woe in terms of the scoreline as far as the visitors are concerned here.
Well, Derek, it was a poor result, but it was a really tight contest. Both sides had their chances. Could have gone either way, but in the end, they will be disappointed.
Well, the weather forecasters promised us an agreeable day for football, and that's exactly what we've got. My name's Derek Ray, and delighted to have alongside me, as usual on these occasions, Stuart Robson. And if this game lives up to its billing, we're in for a riveting occasion. What might we see today, Stuart?
Well, we've got everything needed for a good game here. Two motivated teams, a vibrant atmosphere, and some very good players. Let's hope we're not disappointed.
And unable to pick out a teammate. And that'll be a throw. Kylian Mbappe. Vieira. Vieira. Mbappe. Now, who can he play it to? Van Basten. Well, decent effort, but not troubling the keeper too much. Thuram. Kadioglu. And on to Ginola. Vieira. And intercepted it. And he's broken free. Can he find the net? And there it is, the breakthrough. That will do nicely. 1-0 then. Giovanni Di Lorenzo. Zinedine Zidane. Now with Thuram. Ferdi Kadioglu. David Ginola. Bale. Well, it's one pass after another. Vieira, can he get them level? Now, options are plenty. This could square the game. And he's gone and scored to level it again. So, a level contest. 1-1. Kadioglu, Lilian Thuram. And now with Di Lorenzo, Zinedine Zidane. Patrick Vieira. Ferdi Kadioglu. Vieira. Rijkaard. Vieira. And can they prize them open now? And the whistle is sounded for half-time in this game. And as the second half commences, both sides can reflect on a first half in which they were so very evenly matched. Patrick Vieira. Well, they keep working away, looking for passing lanes. Well, he's certainly not alone. Al Hilal struggling to keep the ball. David Ginola. In a position from which they could potentially do a bit of damage here. Oh, it's a superb challenge. Very timely. Zinedine Zidane. How about the cross? Vieira. Cruyff. How can he take them on and beat them? Can he give them the advantage? And he's outdone himself. Wonderful save there. Can he put it away? And a goal! In the lead again! Fully deserved! Something you don't see every day of the week. A triple substitution here. David Ginola. Zinedine Zidane. Ferdi Kadioglu. Zidane on the ball. And now with Di Lorenzo. And moving the ball nicely. Well, it was a good-looking sequence, but it comes to an end.
Well, I think the fans are doing everything they can to get their team back into this. But can they find that moment of inspiration and get an equaliser?
Ginola. And that is the end of the game. It goes into the history books as a home defeat.
Well, Derek, certainly not their best performance, was it? Just a little bit off the pace for me, and obviously a disappointing result. But the key thing is they bounce back now, and they can't afford a repeat performance.
Hello and welcome, and I can tell you it was a dry walk to the gantry today, no rain in sight. My name is Derek Ray, excited to be bringing you match commentary, and alongside me, my broadcasting partner, Stuart Robson. And we're fully convinced this game will live up to its billing. How do you see it panning out, Stuart?
Well, the atmosphere is building nicely here, and we've got two teams who like to play good football. Let's hope we get a good game here. It should be.
Mendy. Fine use of the ball. Well, honestly, I didn't mean to jinx them. Just wasn't a very good pass, finally. David Ginola. Here's Isaac. Now with Bale. Well, making considerable progress with the ball. Toure. Mbappe. Well, there's an example of how to press high up. Ginola. Ginola! Well, fantastic reflex action. So a throw in here. Zinedine Zidane. And Al Hilal with the ball once more. Now, do they mean business on this occasion? And out for a throw-in, just misfiring with the pass. Zinedine Zidane. Now with Thuram. Kadioglu. Vieira. Zidane on the ball. Getting in there to intercept. Plenty of support here. Mbappe. Genuine chance. Isaac. Now with Ginola. Well, taking into account all the stoppages, 2 minutes to be added on. Zinedine Zidane. And with that, the first half draws to a close. Well, as they get the ball rolling again, interesting to see how the second half pans out. Zinedine Zidane. Thuram. Vieira. Well, that'll be a free kick. Bale. Isaac. Carlos Alberto. Van Basten. Johan Cruyff. Mbappe with it. Vieira. Well, it's one pass after another. Very effective passing sequence. Well, they were very patient, but they no longer have the ball. David Ginola. And the ball back with Al Hilal now. Van Basten. Vieira. And it's with Marco Van Basten. And with that, that's a foul, and it will be a potentially dangerous free kick. off the line. Isak. Did well to win the ball back. Just 15 minutes remaining. Cruyff. Will it be? And there it is! The deadlock has been broken. We wondered if a goal would arrive. Well, now it has. And will there be a response now? Rijkaard. Lilian Thuram. Ferdi Kadioglu. Late in the game here, and they know what they've got to do. An inability to keep hold of the ball there.
Well, not much time left now, and these supporters are doing everything they can to get their team over the finish line. What an atmosphere.
Just 1 minute of stoppage time, say the officials. And that is the end of the contest, and not a happy outcome as far as the visitors are concerned.
Well, Derek, it was a poor result, but it was a really tight contest. Both sides had their chances, could have gone either way, but in the end, they will be disappointed.
Hello, it's great to be with you, and I don't think anybody is going to complain, especially about the weather. I'm Derek Ray, your match commentator, and alongside providing all the tactical analysis is Stuart Robson. And without doubt, a match with the potential to bring genuine excitement. Stuart, your expectations?
Thanks, Derek. Well, both managers will be reminding their players of starting the game quickly, pinning the opposition back, playing the ball forward and regaining possession as quickly as possible. Hopefully, we get a really good game here.
Mendy. Johan Cruyff. Van Basten. Kadioglu. Ginola. Now Son. Son. Fine tackle there to prevent the chance. And teammates around him. Vieira. Might go ahead. Well, fantastic reflex action from the goalkeeper. Johan Cruyff. Oh, he's lost possession. Ginola. Can they forge ahead? Well, it might still work out for them. It is to be a throw-in. Well, that's how to put in a clean tackle. Al Hilal recovering possession well. Mbappe. Now Cruyff. Getting forward. Now options are plenty. A good and fair challenge. Bale. Son. Vieira. Now with Ginola. Might be onto something with that ball. Must be! Well, he stopped them in their tracks. Van Basten. And it's with Marco Van Basten. Cruyff, chance to put them in front. And with that, they've thwarted the opportunity. Well, the managers will now deliver their half-time team talks. We're at the end of 45 minutes in this game. Well, underway once more, and it's going to be fascinating to see what developments occur in this second half. Van Basten. Oh, fine use of the ball. Toure. Teamwork and passing in evidence. Oh, potential danger. It's got to be! Superbly read and executed. Gareth Bale. Now Son. Ginola. Oh, surely. Well, denied by the keeper, but really he only has himself to blame. Mbappe. Cruyff. Mbappe with it. Johan Cruyff. Well, he's lost it. Ginola, and he might be through here. Oh, in it goes at long last. Deadlock broken. Will that be the one that gives them the win? Carlos Alberto. And he's through here. Terrific save. Well, another corner, hot on the heels of the last one. Well, the decision they have made is to make a triple substitution. And a goal! An end-to-end game, and they weren't behind for long. So in business once more, on the back of that very important equaliser. 1-1. Frank Rijkaard. And in the perfect position to read it. And not a great challenge. Free kick here. Mbappe. Still pushing for a winner. Vieira. Son. Well, goal kick, just as it was looking promising. And there is the referee's whistle for full time. Even Steven here, they can't be separated. We were treated to goals. And Stuart, interested to get your verdict.
Well, Derek, what a good game it was. Plenty of chances, some good attacking play and a couple of outstanding individual performances.
Well, the weather forecasters promised us an agreeable day for football, and that's exactly what we've got. My name is Derek Ray, and my commentary partner, as usual, is Stuart Robson. And we're fully convinced this game will live up to its billing. How's it going to go, Stuart?
Well, the atmosphere is building nicely here, and we've got two teams who like to play good football. Let's hope we get a good game here. It should be.
Gareth Bale. Zinedine Zidane. And on to Ginola. Bale. And the goalkeeper under no pressure. Carlos Alberto. Van Basten. Now Cruyff. Mbappe. And support available. But nothing comes of it. Good defending it was. Can he put them in front? Well, that's a really top-notch piece of defending. Bale. Son. Real chance. Fine tackle there to prevent the chance. Struggling to keep the ball. Frank Rijkaard. Now what can they do from here? Just looking for the right moment for that final pass. Cruyff. Van Basten. Van Basten. Might take the lead. And there it is! The breakthrough! That will do nicely!
Well, here's the replay. Watch how he goes past his man with such ease, and it's just a change of pace. And when he gets onto it, he holds off the challenge, keeps his balance, and makes good contact with the ball. That's a top-class finish.
Vieira. Oh, he's through here! Vieira. And with that, the first half draws to a close. So back underway, and an intriguing second half in prospect. The defenders know you can't really allow space like that. Thuram. Vieira. David Ginola. Frank Rijkaard now. Zidane on the ball. Ginola. Well, it's a good-looking position. Is there a goal in the future? Oh, just mistimed his run and the flag going up. Laurent Blanc. Carlos Alberto. Touré. Mbappe with it. Yaya Touré. Showing patience as well as persistence in the build-up. Real chance. Son. Bale. Now Son. David Ginola. Carlos Alberto always seemed to be one step ahead. Rijkaard. Zinedine Zidane. Moving the ball forward. How creative can they be? Rijkaard. On to Ginola. Well, he stopped them in their tracks.
Well, not much time left now, and these supporters are doing everything they can to get their team over the finish line. What an atmosphere.
This could finish it. It's still alive. David Ginola. Vieira. Bale. And that is the end of the contest, and not a happy outcome as far as the visitors are concerned.
Well, Derek, certainly not their best performance, was it? Just a little bit off the pace for me, and obviously a disappointing result. But the key thing is they bounce back now, and they can't afford a repeat performance.
Although it's great to be with you, and I don't think anybody is going to complain, especially about the weather. I'm Derek Ray, and I'm joined for expert analysis by Stuart Robson. And the general feeling is we should be in for a spellbinding occasion. Stuart, what are you expecting to see?
Well, this should be interesting today. I like the makeup of both teams. They really do have a good balance of attacking and defensive qualities. But the team that has the greater desire will probably come out on top.
Promising move from Germany. Hulit. Well, he really read that brilliantly. Hulit. Now with Charlton. Ruud Hulit. Caicedo. Oh, he's lost possession of the ball. Zinedine Zidane. David Ginola. And he's in. In position. Textbook defending inside the box. João Pedro. Good move in the making from Germany. But a good piece of defending to bring it to an end. David Ginola. Walker. Caicedo. Bobby Charlton. João Pedro. Pedro. Ødegaard. Managed to get it out of there. Well, offside. I rather think he was caught in two minds.
Well, he just needed to go elsewhere with his pass. He showed a complete lack of awareness there.
So the whistle then. We're up the halfway stage in this match. And so the second half gets underway. Almost a case of the two teams saying to each other, whatever you can do, I can do just as well. Son. Timely intervention. Thuram. Into the advanced position. Great strong tackle. Throw in forthcoming. Marcus Thuram. Oh, it comes to nothing in the end. Really should have made more of that. Martin Ødegaard. A very effective challenge put in. And he's broken free. Can he convert? And it's in! 1-0. They've breached the defence.
Well, as you can see, he's a dangerous runner with the ball. He has such good balance and pace. That's a top-class goal, isn't it?
And so Germany get the ball moving again. Can they find a response here? And into the last 20 minutes. Pedro. Walker now. Well, the keeper had plenty to think about with bodies around him. Moises Caicedo. Untidy in possession. Frank Rijkaard. Patrick Vieira. And he's through here. After the foul, a chance to contemplate what is next and perhaps a goal from this free kick. Here it is now, a substitution. Oh, what an exquisite goal! Absolute perfection. Two 2-0 now, and back underway. And so the final whistle here. The visitors come out on top, Stuart.
Well, Derek, it was fairly comfortable in the end because they were tactically superior, had better individuals, and were always a threat going forward. It was a really good performance and a good result as well.
Hello and a warm welcome on what is a glorious night for football. Perfect playing conditions. My name is Derek Ray, and sitting next to me here on the commentary gantry is the former Arsenal and West Ham United midfield man, Stuart Robson. And every reason to believe we're in for an entertaining match here. How's it going to go, Stuart?
Thanks, Derek. Well, both managers will be reminding their players of starting the game quickly, pinning the opposition back, playing the ball forward and regaining possession as quickly as possible. Hopefully we get a really good game here.
Keane. It's with Scholes. Bruno Fernandes. Hazard. And with that, the attack fizzles out. Giovanni Di Lorenzo. And a creative look about this. Well, from so far out, it didn't appear to be the high percentage option. Close though, Stuart.
Well, he did have options, but that was a good effort in the end. He wasn't too far away, was he?
Bruno Fernandes. Well, not the end result he had in mind.
Well, we know he can hit them from that sort of range, but that was a poor effort in the end.
Well, they win the throw following that challenge. Scholes. Roy Keane. It's with Scholes. Teammates available. Sound piece of defending. Chance to do damage. Well, disappointing end to the move. So the whistle then. We're at the halfway stage in this match. Well, underway once more, and it's going to be fascinating to see what developments occur in this second half. Ginola. Vieira. Bale. Son. Now with Bale. Patrick Vieira. Gareth Bale. Heung-min Son. Defensive Brazilians to shut them down. Eden Hazard. Eric Cantona. And into the last 30 minutes now. Keane. Scholes. United looking to forge ahead. Let's see if the corner helps them. And he clears the danger. Not the easiest of situations for the keeper. But he can't keep that effort on target, and a goal kick it'll be. Kadioglu. Zinedine Zidane. Really good interception. Just 15 minutes remaining. Nusayr Mazraoui. He's in control. Eden Hazard. Vieira. Frank Rijkaard. On to Bale. 5 minutes remaining and level pegging here.
Well, the atmosphere is so tense inside this stadium, but can they find that moment of magic to win this game? The crowd certainly think so. Just listen to them.
And both hands on it. Good goalkeeping. And that is that. The full-time whistle here. And nothing to separate the two sides at all over 90 minutes. It finishes 0-0. Stuart, your take?
Well, Derek, I was expecting more from both teams. You certainly can't criticise the effort, but there was a real lack of creativity and guile. Neither side...
Hello, it's great to be with you, and no problems at all on the weather front as we get ready for this match. I'm Derek Ray, and keeping me company in the commentary box today is, of course, Stuart Robson. And we can't wait for this one to start with justifiable cause. Stuart, what are you expecting to see?
Thanks, Derek, as always. This should be a good game. Great atmosphere inside the stadium. We've got two teams full of quality, some interesting matchups, and two coaches that want to play an attractive brand of football. What more could you ask for?
David Ginola. And easily intercepted. Al-Owairan. Cristiano Ronaldo. And the danger cleared. Moving it forward. Well, nothing comes of it. It looked promising. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior. Well, it didn't worry the keeper. Zinedine Zidane. Giving the ball to the opposition that time. Henry. Ronaldo. Oh, and a goal from Cristiano Ronaldo. Cometh the hour, cometh Ronaldo.
Well, let's take another look. And wow, how cleanly does he hit that? The keeper was never going to save it. What a good goal that is.
1-0 then. Giovanni Di Lorenzo. Patrick Vieira. Good-looking sequence, this. They do pass the ball with authority. And a chance to level it. And a goal! An end-to-end game. And they weren't behind for long.
Well, here it is again. He hits this so sweetly, doesn't he? That's a brilliant goal from a top-class player.
So in business once more, on the back of that very important equaliser. 1-1. Al-Owairan. Said Al-Owairan. Called upon defensively, Vieira. And so it is, the first half story has been written. Into the second half then, and these two sides are locked together. Just can't really choose between them at the moment. Bale. And the upshot of that is offside.
Well, he needed to look elsewhere because the flag was always going to go up.
Giovanni Di Lorenzo. Son. Decent effort there.
Well, he has such good technique. He really did hit that well. He certainly came close there.
Vidic. Der Kout. And on to Al-Owairan. And so 30 minutes left for play in this one. Teamwork and passing in evidence. I think I spoke too soon. Wasn't the best of passes finally. Henri. Great strong tackle. Throw in forthcoming. Said Al-Owairan. Smuggled away. Could still be dangerous. Not a successful intervention, winning the ball back.
Well, the fans are making so much noise here. They believe the winner's coming, but it needs a moment.
And a goal! At this stage of the game, it might be decisive. And just look at their supporters.
Well, just look at this strike again. He hits it so well. That's a great bit of skill. No wonder he's pleased with himself.
What a big moment in the dying embers. Will it prove decisive here? Kadioglu chasing this game, desperate for a leveller. Now, options are plenty. Late drama here. Level once more. Incredible scenes.
Well, here you can see what a good goal this is. He hits it so cleanly and the keeper has no chance. That's a great strike.
And level again here. This has been... And the referee brings this contest to an end. It certainly was pulsating. It had us on the edge of our seats. Stuart, your take?
Well, it was excellent entertainment. We saw good quality football, played at a high intensity and goals as well. The draw is a fair reflection of how the game was played.
And good evening on what is a perfect night for football. The floodlights shining down on the players as we speak. I'm Derek Ray in the commentary position, and I'm joined for analysis by Stuart Robson. And with the atmosphere really building up nicely, we should be in for a terrific contest. How's it going to go, Stuart?
Thanks, Derek. Well, often we talk about the tactics, the individual players that are missing, but so often it's the mentality of the players that is key to winning any football game. Which of these teams has the right attitude today is the big question.
Well, a long-distance effort and a highly respectable one, Stuart.
Well, he surprised everybody, including me. It's a decent effort, you have to say.
Interception to snuff out the danger. Eden Hazard. Not a poor touch and unable to keep it in play. Throw in to come. And Chelsea get the decision from the referee. And a fine tackle. Bale. Roberto Carlos. Caicedo. Now Roberto Carlos. And that'll be a Chelsea ball. Hazard. What a genuine opportunity, but it was squandered. Goal kick. Lilian Thuram. Rijkaard. Vieira. Zinedine Zidane. And fine work from Chelsea to win the ball back. Kylian Mbappe. Joe Cole. Cole. Determined defending. Ginola. And there it is, the half-time whistle. Well, underway once more, and it's going to be fascinating to see what developments occur in this second half. Moises Caicedo. Sandro Tonali. Now with Cole. Still passing it around with authority. And collected tidily. He had plenty to think about. "30 minutes to go then. Zidane to take the lead, and a goal! That will do it. They've been pushing for it, and now they've been rewarded.
Well, it's a good finish, as you can see. Look at the bend he puts on the ball. The keeper just can't get across to it. That's an excellent goal.
Well, away they go again. What effect will that goal have on Chelsea? We're going to find out. Eden Hazard. Zinedine Zidane. On to Bale. And the emphasis is on creativity. And the keeper diving to thwart him. Well, another corner, hot on the heels of the last one. Well, another corner kick conceded. Let's see what they do this time. Well, nearly shaving the post with that header. Zinedine Zidane. Gareth Bale. Now can they make something happen? But they took care of the situation defensively.
Well, they certainly haven't been at their best, but the Chelsea fans have been brilliant. Just listen to this noise. Can the players respond and find this equaliser?
Frank Rijkaard. Rijkaard. Thuram. And so the referee blows for full time, and it goes down as a victory for the visitors.
Well, Derek, they didn't dominate the game by any means today, but overall they had the better of the chances and just about deserved their win.
Well, the weather forecasters promised us an agreeable day for football, and that's exactly what we've got. I'm Derek Ray, and adjacent to me in the commentary box is Stuart Robson. And without doubt, a match with the potential to bring genuine excitement. Stuart, your expectations?
Well, a quick start to the game is all important here today, and I'm sure both managers will have drilled that into the players. But they also have to play with composure and a tactical understanding. It should be a good game.
And easily intercepted. Ginola. Real chance. Oh, the keeper made it look routine. It was anything but. No nonsense clearance. And with that, the move comes to an end. And a goal kick to follow now. Maicon. And it's with Socrates. Rodri. Emmanuel Petit. Now Kaká. Lizarazu. Well, can they open up the defence here? Plenty of support here. Petit. Magnificent challenge to win it back. Vieira. Now with Ginola. And Real come away with it. What can Real do from this position? Henry. Oh, and a penalty has been awarded. Big moment here. Can they get themselves ahead? This to make it 1-0. Socrates. A goal! Accurate from the spot.
Well, here it is again. He hits this so sweetly, doesn't he? That's a brilliant goal from a top-class player.
Are back underway, and 1-0 it is. Let's see what happens next. Virgil van Dijk. Lilian Thuram. Ferdi Kadioglu. Ginola. Kadioglu. Now with Thuram. Giovanni Di Lorenzo. Bale. Not forcing the issue. Great composure. Good use of the ball. But can they trouble the defence? Well, it was a good-looking sequence, but it comes to an end. So 2 minutes to be added on at the end. Socrates. Rodri. Here's Mbappe. Mbappe. Looking for the angle. So the whistle then. We're at the halfway stage in this match. The ball moving again. Real have the lead, but they won't be taking anything for granted. And that is how to beat your opponent. Gareth Bale. Son. Taken away from Son. Socrates. Ferdi Kadioglu. The high press was on, and that's a fantastic tackle. Oh, he saved it. Brilliant piece of goalkeeping.
Well, he got it all right there. That's an excellent save from the keeper, you have to say that.
Is this the moment? Well, full marks to him for that header, but the goalkeeper did his job. Well, another corner following on from the last one. Called upon defensively, Vieira. Well, he's certainly not alone. And a wild, wild attempt from distance. Not one for the highlight reel, Stuart.
Well, that's a waste. He had much better options there.
Lilian Thuram. Now with Ginola. Patrick Vieira. Rijkaard. And into the last 20 minutes. Frank Rijkaard. Virgil van Dijk. Giovanni Di Lorenzo. Zinedine Zidane. This could square the game, and it's in! All square again! What a match this is turning out to be! So back underway following the equaliser. Mbappe. Henry. Rodri. And it's with Socrates. Still level. Real Madrid continue to look for what could be a winner. Kaká. And now Henry. Well, doesn't have to do it on his own. They've regained possession. Well, taking into account all the stoppages, 2 minutes to be added on. Ginola. And it will be a free kick to Real Madrid. And that is going to be all for this game. Well, we were treated to goals, but no winners in the end. Stuart, what did you make of it?
Well, Derek, it was certainly entertaining. Both sides had periods of the game where they were dominant, but overall, I think a draw is just about the right result.
Well, the weather forecasters promised us an agreeable day for football, and that's exactly what we've got. I'm Derek Ray, and keeping me company here on the commentary gantry is Stuart Robson. And with kick-off just moments away, we really should be in for a magnificent occasion. Stuart, how do you see this one going?
Well, we've got everything needed for a good game here. Two motivated teams, a vibrant atmosphere, and some very good players. Let's hope we're not disappointed.
Zinedine Zidane. Now with Ginola. Ferdi Kadioglu. Oh, potential danger. Frank Rijkaard. And now with Di Lorenzo. Moving the ball nicely, looking for that final pass. Must take the lead here. That's a foul, and it will be a potentially dangerous free kick. And that is a free kick artist at work. What a goal it was. Well, the ball is moving once more. How important will that opening goal prove to be? Cruyff. Bellanova. Petit. Passing it accurately. And he's lost custody of the ball here. Torres. And this to level it. And a goal! Real excitement here, the equaliser. So back underway, 1 goal apiece here. Zinedine Zidane. Vieira. Ginola. At times they make passing look easy. Well, they keep work. Chance to put them in front. He'll be breathing a sigh of relief. Ball 1. Could be. Tremendously strong in the tackle. Gareth Bale. Fernando Torres. Cruyff. On attacking possibilities. David Ginola. Nicely timed tackle. And so it is, the first half story has been written. So back underway, and an intriguing second half in prospect. Plenty of support here. Ginola. Zinedine Zidane. Nicely cut out. Now can they make something happen? Torres. Ginola. Heung-min Son. Now Son. And snuffing out the danger. Well, he keeps going. Fernando Torres. And it might be. "20 minutes to go in this one. Toure. Ginola. Fernando Torres. Now Cruyff. Well, he's certainly not alone. Torres could take the lead. And it's there for him. Oh, a goal! And is that going to be the one that wins it for them? There's every chance, and the fans are lapping this up. Zinedine Zidane. Patrick Vieira. And he's broken free. Alas, he's made his move too early. Offside. Substitution then. Let's see how it affects the match. Five minutes left. Quick thinking to win it back. Real chance. Oh, incredible save, and he snuffed out the danger. Time is not on their side. This corner could help their prospects as they look for an equaliser. This could be the equaliser. Oh, just the kind of save. And there goes the final whistle, much to the disappointment of their supporters.
Well, Derek, it was a poor result, but it was a really tight contest. Both sides had their chances. Could have gone either way, but in the end, they will be disappointed.